What's good, everybody? This is the one and only GM, and today the video I'm gonna make is the death of Tekken 8. And this is a video I want to make for a minute. As you guys know, I know a lot of you guys don't play Tekken 8 no more because of the whole how broken Season 2 was when it first came out. It was kind of playable, you just ate 50-50s all day, got clapped, and you couldn't even play the game. Like, you just get bodied in like 5 seconds. Everybody was so broken. And then they came out with an emergency patch. The emergency patch didn't really help too much neither. It just made the life bars bigger, so everybody just goes crazy. Pokes are not very good no more because the life bars are too big. It's too risky to poke now. And the only thing they did was take out like the glitches, like the 4-1+2 with Paul into while staying 3-2, and the Jack 2-1 4-1+2. He could still do it, but it's not as fast as it used to be. So they changed that. The game is still super casino. People still have their crazy 50-50s. Lars is ridiculously broken. The game still has a lot of there's a lot of work they need to do on the game. The community boycotted the game in Season 2. And it's never been the same after the boycott. When you go into a quick match, you have to wait like 30 minutes to fight the same person over and over and over again. Rank is even worse. You gotta wait like an hour to fight somebody. And if you do find somebody, it's probably a cheater. Even in quick match, I ran into cheaters too. Nobody's playing the game. Nobody. The only people playing it are like the hardcore tournament players. And that's about it. Nobody's really playing the game. I've never seen something this bad since the end of like Tekken Tag Tournament 2, where the tournaments had like 10 people, 12 people, 13 people at the end of Tag 2. But Tag 2 was never really that big. It was more like a hardcore type, community where there was a decent amount of people, but the turnouts were never big. Maybe 60, 70 at a major, 100 if you lucky. Tekken 6 had a good run too. At the end of Tekken 6, when it was dying, there was still tournaments, hardcore tournaments. Of course, a lot of people stopped playing by the end of Tekken 6, but the end of Tekken 6 was a lot better than the end of Tag 2. The end of Tag 2, almost nobody was playing. The end of Tekken 6, though, there still was a good amount. Tekken DR was like that too, where there was still a decent amount of people playing at the end. But Season 2 with Tekken is like completely dead. This is the worst Tekken's ever been, because I played Tekken till the games died. 7-2. At the end of 7, people were still playing it a lot. It's just people didn't care about it as much at the end, was because the game was really old and people just got tired of the game already. But yeah, guys, this is really bad. I don't think the new patch in May is gonna bring people back. I think people are mad and they're just tired of the game. They're gonna have to change the game completely, and I don't even think the May patch is gonna change too much. I think it's probably just gonna change a little bit, but not enough to get everybody to come back and play the game. So Namco messed up really bad. The boycott messed it up really bad because people still ain't come back. I heard for that petition of the website that was boycotting the game, only 300 people signed off their names, and there's like 8,000 people signed that petition. Only 300 of them took their names off. That's pretty crazy, man. It's pretty crazy. I just think Namco just didn't stick to their word where they said they were gonna make the game way more defensive. They didn't. They just made the game way more Oonga Boonga and way more crazier. I don't know how they had a whole year to see these tournaments and see Dragon versus Dragunov and the Bear dominating everything, and they just decided, yo, let's just make the game even more crazier, even though they had a whole year of data to balance the game. Because people just still play Tekken 8 regardless, but people complain, but they didn't boycott Season 1. I think changes would have happened faster if people were complaining even more in Season 1. Season 2, they were way more aggressive to the boycott point, and it affected the game a lot. Another thing too, they have to change the matchmaking settings. Whatever they did to the matchmaking settings, you can't find anybody to play. It's really disastrous. You can't find nobody, bro. I'm like, bro, this game is only a year old and it's dead. It honestly, no offense, it feels like I'm playing an SNK game. SNK games are like that. You play Samurai Shodown online, you might find 1 or 2 people in 25 minutes. On KO 15, I bet if you play KO 15 right now, you'll find more people online than Tekken 8 Season 2. It's crazy because you expect the second season of a game to be way better than the first. But Tekken 8 Season 1 is a lot better than Tekken 8 Season 2. I actually miss Season 1. I think Season 1 is a way better game. Can they come back to this? Like get people to play again? I don't know, man. A lot of the big creators kind of killed it too by, playing Fortnite and playing old Tekken games and telling people not to play Tekken. So it was kind of is a combination of Namco's fault and the creators' fault. Namco, they just take too long to patch things, man, to fix things. I don't know what's good with them, bro. Because look at SNK, Fatal Fury, for example. That game had a Marco Infinite and other Infinites. SNK patched it like in 2 days already. SNK patched it like in 2 days. Namco, to get rid of all that Paul nonsense, that Jack stuff, it took them mad long to fix all of that. They take way too long to update the game. And another thing, people were getting mad already when they was making us pay for stages after we bought the season pass. They made us pay for that Heihachi stage, even though it should be free in the season pass already. So there's a lot of things people were getting mad. People just don't like paying for stuff that should be free in the game. Old school Tekkens, you just unlock stuff and you get characters and stages. I miss that about old games. That you buy a game and then you just play the story mode and you keep unlocking stuff. Tekken 8 doesn't have enough single player content. It don't. Another thing too about Tekken 8 is that the arcade lounge is useless. It should be like Street Fighter 6 where you could go to arcade lounge and play different games like Final Fight, old school Street Fighter. It would be dope if you could go to arcade lounge and Tekken 8 and play like Pac-Man and like old Tekken games and whatnot. That would be fire. But the arcade lounge is nothing but scrubs and there's nothing you could really do in there. Tekken 8 lacks a lot of content, man. I've never seen a game die as fast as Tekken 8. I'm not surprised, man, when every character in the game plays the exact same way and nobody has identity anymore, the game becomes really boring because everybody plays the same. There's literally no reason to play another character or multiple characters because everybody plays the same. So if one is better than the other, you might as well play the better one. And that's how you notice too in Tekken 8, you notice players can play any character in the game. You know why players could play every single character in the game? Because they all play the same. In older Tekken games, people cannot play every single character. You know why? Because they all play different. But now everybody has the same super aggressive type of play style. Everybody got, stuff that overcomes their weaknesses. Like June could just rush you down now. Before she had trouble opening you up. They gave Kazuya tracking homing moves. It's really crazy. Back then in older Tekken games, characters had identity. And what identity means, they have a specific type of playstyle that only they had. For example, Lee was the only character that really counter hit fishing besides Steve and crushing a lot. So that made Lee special. And Lee was the only person with like big wall carry. Now everybody could counter hit combo you, and now everybody could wall carry. So Lee is not unique anymore because every other character got the same stuff he got. I miss it when characters had specific stuff that was only to them, and when characters had specific weaknesses. Like Ling Xiaoyu, she was the only person that could really AOP and do stuff like that. Now everybody got some stance, mix-ups, evasion, this type stuff. It makes fighting games boring. Fighting games are cool when everybody's different. That's how you balance fighting games too. When everybody's different, they got weaknesses, you balance a fighting game. And players can actually pick characters based on what kind of character they want to play, based on their preferences. Now, you don't need preferences in Tekken 8. If you play one character, you could play them all. And that makes a game extremely boring when everybody plays the same way. They thought about making the game crazy and making it like real easy to play. And they make everybody cheap, that casuals will love it. No, because then a sweaty player is gonna play and kill and just destroy a casual in like 10 seconds. Because they can't do nothing. Casuals don't know frame data. When you make something too broken with too much plus frames, the pro is just gonna keep spamming plus on the casual and do max damage combos. Casuals want to play stuff that's fun. Eating 1,000 frame damage, tracking frame advantage homing moves. It's not fun for a casual player because they're not gonna be able to do nothing. They're just gonna sit there and block all day. So I feel like Namco doesn't know how to balance the game in a sense that is good for casuals and good for pros. Tekken 8 Season 2 is not good for casuals and it's not good for pros. Why? For casuals, it's not fun because they just get bodied. And for pros, it's not fun because nobody likes eating 50-50s all day. Nobody likes playing the same type of character for every single character. It's not fun at all. It's not fun at all. And Namco kind of killed the game themselves on top of the creators being so negative, because people been negative about Tekken 8 since the beginning. I know I've said my negative stuff about Tekken 8, but you know how I am. I keep it real, but I still want people to play the game. I still came out with guides, and videos like this is good because I express my concern and what I feel about the game. Because I'm really passionate about Tekken, and of course I want more people to play Tekken. But now it seems like there's not much we can really do. You know, I'm going to keep trying to make positive videos and provide videos like this so people can understand the problems with Tekken 8. We know what's the problems. They need to add more content to the game, and they need to update the game faster. And they also need to obviously up the defensive option. There's too much plus frames, too much homing moves. They need a lower damage output. I think increasing the health bar makes the game more YOLO and crazy. They ain't need to do that. If they want to make the game more solid, they should have buffed pokes like they did from Tekken 6 Vanilla to BR. BR had buff pokes. They need a lower combo damage, and they need a nerf heat engager plus. They nerfed it from plus 17 to plus 9. It should only be like plus 3 or plus 4, so you can actually move and counterplay stuff. It'll make the game a lot more solid. That you can use movement and counterplay because it's lower plus. Like the heat engager has always been something that it forces you to guess because it's too much plus. Plus 9 is still too much plus. Obviously, you could sidestep a running move and whatnot, but it's still too crazy. Obviously, heat burst is a big problem. I don't think heat burst. You can't backdash out of a heat burst. You can't make a heat burst. It's too hard to make a heat burst whiff. And also, heat bursts, they recover too fast on whiff. Somebody will whiff a heat burst, and then the game will lag, and then you try to whiff punish it, and they'll block. So heat bursts in general needs to get a big nerf. They need to make it easier to whiff punish, and they need to reduce the range. Also, some characters heat bursts, it tracks too. You try to sidewalk it, and it tracks. 50-50s in Tekken should be earned. It shouldn't just be given to you. That you could just go into heat, Super Saiyan, and just go ham on somebody and win the game just because you win the heat and just when you went crazy. Lowering chip damage was a good thing. It was a good thing because nobody wants to just block all day and just get chipped up. The recovery health thing is kind of like whatever because people go more crazy now because it's a big health bar. You know what I'm saying? You do a combo elite and the character has mad recovery health. He could just get up and burst out heat and just destroy you. Another thing that I don't like is that they made getting up too easy. They took out Oki completely, so it reduces the mind games and makes the game way more simple. Like if by having Oki, you have to make somebody think a little bit more when they get up. They can't just hold back or just do a get up kick and get away from Oki. It makes the game too scrubby and too simple. There should be more Oki setups to create more mind games and give more damage to characters that can't get damage without Oki. Like it becomes is way too simple. But I do think Tekken 8 is the easiest fighting game out right now. Yes, Tekken 8 is easier than Street Fighter 6. And Tekken 8 is definitely easier than Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is the complete opposite of Tekken 8. Say Fatal Fury City of the Wolves has too many defensive options that all the pros are not even doing yet. You know, just defend. You could punish people in between strings. With the just defend, the new joint they got in that game. That game is crazy. They got dodging. You could low dodge, high dodge. Is crazy, that game. Crazy, 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 crazy. Of course, they got armor with the SPD. You know what I'm saying? So that game is really, really technical. The issue with that game is that it's too technical for a new audience. Casual players, they're going to drop that game real soon. And the only people that's going to play Fatal Fury is all the sweats. So that's the issue. I think SNK should have made it a little bit more friendlier and made it less like Street Fighter. My issue with the game is too much like Street Fighter. It doesn't feel like a Fatal Fury game. But, you know, Tekken has a long way to go. I hope Namco could come out with new stuff to make the game fun for everybody. Because even me, I stream the game every day. The game is not fun. It's too broken, too much 50-50s. Everybody that plays is a cheater. They ain't fixed the cheating in the game. So, you know, there's no fun in that. There's no fun. And I really hope that all the creators or be a bit more positive. I feel like a lot of creators, I don't blame them because season 2 is horrible, but as a creator, you want people to play the game that you're known for. A lot of creators, they just quit the game. A lot of pros just quit the game and just started playing other stuff and just kind of gave up on, you know, trying to speak out about the game or whatever. You know, I'm glad that I'm not going to quit for you guys, and I'm going to keep making content and streaming and trying to make all these videos because I'm passionate about Tekken. I played Tekken for a long time, and I understand Tekken a lot more than a lot of people just because I played the game at a high level for a way longer time than everybody else. I've been playing Tekken in tournaments since I was 14 years old. My first competitive Tekken was Tekken 5, so y'all know that I know. You know what I'm saying? It also doesn't help, you know, the local scenes are kind of done so. People don't want to play online and people don't want to play offline. And the people that do want to play, they only play with their friends. So the community's still inclusive, and they kind of just hated it on their own game and threw it in the trash. But like I said, man, hopefully in the future, Namco could fix the game up. I'm going to keep making my videos to get you guys to play. I'm going to keep making tutorials. I'm going to react to stuff. So I'm not going to give up on the game yet because you guys have blessed me. We close to 15K subscribers on YouTube. I'm 15K followers on Twitch, and I have over 1,000 subscribers on Twitch. Second month in a row with a 1,000 subs. This is the second time I got over 1,000 subs, by the way. So I appreciate everybody, you know, showing love to me. Be sure to share this video to everybody, and let's get everybody on the board. I want you guys to download my mobile game. I'll put it on the link. Just play it. Get up to level 90 if you could. Get up to chapter 6. You know what I'm saying? Grind it up. It's an easy game to play. It's an RPG, so I'll put the link. And I also got some good news. I am officially a Razer partner. So I will be getting Razer products and making videos on them. For real. So shout out to that. You know, the future's bright. We getting it in. And y'all know what to do. FightingGM_Tekken is my Twitch. And the YouTube, comment, subscribe. And the TikTok is also FightingGM. So thanks everybody for supporting my content. Let's try to keep Tekken 8 alive. And let's try to get people to play the game. It's only a year old, but we need more people to play it, man. Let's be more positive, and hopefully good things will happen as long as we keep trying to push people to play the game and think in the positive light. Because we content creators, we shouldn't kill our own game. We should get people to play our game and get it in, you heard? So on that note, peace out and take care, and thanks for watching my video. Laters.